The NFT market is down, but these two projects are booming.
We're going to cover why these two projects are moving on up while everything else seems to be moving on down. You don't want to miss the show. Welcome to Goats and the Metaverse. Stanley, fresh hello all the way from Prague. How are you doing today?
Wow, other side of the pond, a little bit more open. I am living the dream on a Thursday. Is today Thursday?
Today is Thursday.
And by the way, shout out to you and your background. I really like it.
I'm in a fancy studio.
You're like
fancy
three-dimensional
today in Prague. About to give a talk about why NFTs are taking over the world, which I'm pretty excited about. And we are 2 days away from the big land sale that is happening. Everyone is going to become a land baron tycoon in the Metaverse because everyone is going to be jumping on into it. So let's see, what does that mean for the market, and has it had an impact? I think it has. I think it has had an impact. We see that ETH is down. The speculation is that ETH is down because everyone is selling their ETH to buy ApeCoin, which is now up. And ETH is now on $2,911. What does that mean for the floor prices across all of our projects as well? Daily floor price check-in. Bored Ape Yacht Club continuing to go up. Like, this thing that seems to have no limit to where it can go. And almost all the other projects down. Cool Cats getting abused, 5.8 ETH. Doodles down. Clonex down. Moonbirds swiped from the left right up to the talk of the town. And now Moonbirds down at 26 ETH. At its high was almost 40 ETH. So that, as fast as they fly, the farther they fall. But all of that because people are selling out of projects to buy ApeCoin so that they can be ready for the land sale happening this weekend on Saturday. Stanley, are you ready?
I'm ready. And I think we're almost at a point where we're going to have to start having a daily ApeCoin check-in. I think last time I checked, ApeCoin was over $20. And for those of you who remember, back in the day, ApeCoin launched around, I believe it was like $7.
Yep. $7 jumped to 14, went down to 9. People called it over, and here it is again, $20 today.
$20. That is a lot of money, and you're 100% correct. Everybody is taking money out of other projects and buying up ApeCoin and waiting for land, but not financial advice. Do your own research. I believe that there's some good buying opportunities today. Projects are literally down 30, 40, 50%. There will be people that miss out on land. And land conversation will probably be over in the next couple of weeks. And then people are going to look for what else to talk about. And the rest of the market is going to go right back up. So if you're a savvy investor who is who has a strong stomach, there are some opportunities out there as well. Before we move on to the show and talk about the two projects we'll be covering today, let's check in really quick on the Goat Vault.
The Goat Vault. The Goat Vault is
$6,923. The Goat Vault is down. For those of you not familiar with the Goat Vault, it is our way of giving back to you, the community. All you need to do is subscribe to the show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, we open up the vault and start handing them out to our community, which is you. And let's get right into the show. Let's talk about Akutars. Yossi, what are Akutars?
Yossi, what are Akutars? Akutars is the new PFP project that comes out of the Akuverse, a project that has been around for quite some time. A project initiated and instigated by Mika Johnson. For those of you who don't know who Mika is, he is a former MLB player turned artist who has been building a story of Aku, a character created in February 12, 2021 was when we first saw Aku enter the scene. Each chapter reveals more about the story. It's an animated series, so you'll see a 3D animated world that introduces this character called Aku. Aku is a little kid who wears a astronaut's helmet and has big dreams of what he's able to do in the world. The Aku community has been developed around that inaugural NFT collection, and it's one of the most tight-knit communities. People who have bought Aku chapters are die-hard fans about Aku and what it has got, and how you can tell a story in new, imagined ways using NFTs. Chapter 2 is the standout chapter. It's a collection of about 570 NFTs, and today's ETH floor price sitting at 8.6 ETH, so it has held its price. All 10 chapters were available, and if you collected all 10 chapters, you stood in line to win or get airdropped some of these Akutars. Akutars are the PFP characters of the Akuverse. They're taking Aku, the character, and turning them into a PFP. And depending on how many of the previous chapters you held, you could have either gotten one Akutar, an Akutar, or one Akutar and an Akutar with an OG trait, two Akutars, two OG traits, and one Akutar with a mega OG trait. So if you collected all 10 chapters, you would have been airdropped about 5 NFTs, and that 5 NFT pre-mint, pre-reveal was worth about 45 ETH. So you would have done very well by collecting the series. They did reveal. I personally like the art and what has happened with the Akutar and what they look like. They did have some uh-ohs in that mint and in that process. They tried to do something which I think was great, doing a real Dutch auction where if you bidded on the Dutch auction and the Dutch auction closed at a lower price than what you bidded, you would have been refunded the difference between your bid and the lowest closing price. They were warned that there was something wrong with their smart contract and there was a bug in the code. And the Akutar team, for some reason, didn't take that warning too seriously or thought that they were right about it being fine. And that contract got locked. And at the end of the sale, which was extremely successful, $34 million is now locked in a smart contract that is inaccessible.
Gone forever.
Gone forever. Well, not gone. Sitting over there in that little smart contract over there, but inaccessible means no one can ever take it out of there. There is a bug that cannot be repaired, and that money effectively is gone forever. Crazy, but nonetheless, Akutars have fetched, still sitting at a 2 ETH floor price. I'm a fan of Micah Johnson and what he's trying to do here. There is a Netflix series that I believe that has been closed or is in the process of being closed, and that Aku is going to be turned into a movie, and all those chapters built out on that type of story. So that is all I have on Akutars. One word, do need to reveal that Metaversal does hold a number of Akutars. So this is not me pumping my bags. We're a big fan of the project, but I needed to put that out there.
My 2 cents on Akutars. Art is really cool. Legitimate team. Everybody's doxxed. But the snag foo with the contract.
It's big.
I know. Mostly because somebody pointed out to them, hey, you have an error in your code. And they said, no, we don't. We're doing this on purpose. No, you have an error with your code, and there's $34 million that is missing, gone, however you want to qualify that as. They did not use a third-party auditor, which for a project of this scale, in my opinion, is a very big no-no and a very big rookie mistake. It seems like the community has forgiven them, which I think is a little bonkers. I mean, look, I think they're going to win. They have these big partnerships with all these big brands. But that's one big strike. If it was me, I would probably, I don't know. But I think they're one strike away from also going down this wrong path. I mean, we do see this, right? Like we see it with Cool Cats where everyone's like, be patient. It's new. Cool Cats are now sitting out 5 ETH. You know, not that I'm trying to wish this on anybody, but could this be that red flag or that black eye on them? Could it be something that if they make another mistake could literally tank that project? I don't know. I hope not. Hopefully they learn from their mistakes and fix it. The art is cool. The team is cool. But I don't know if I'll be able to jump into this project, especially after learning that they lost $34 million. That's my personal take, but I do like the art. I like the story. I like the concept. I like the team. Let's move on to our next project. Okay Bears. Okay Bears. Okay Bears. Okay Bears.
Okay Bears.
Cool name, cool concept, cool website. I like the branding. I like how they tell the story. Has a very BAYC vibe to it. The artwork is cool. The bears look cool. They are on Solana, and they launched at about $150. Floor price right now is about $5,500. Almost 59 soul. Did I say that right? Soul. That is a lot of Moulin Rouge. Like the artwork, like the website, like the branding, like the marketing. Big concern: the team is not doxed. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. Yossi?
Yeah, the art is cool. They have released their blueprint of what they're trying to do, which they say it's a blueprint, not a roadmap. And there is some initial hype around it. 88,000 people in their Discord. The art does look well executed. And we're seeing that there's a trend towards Solana, moving on to Solana PFPs and NFTs, and starting to see improvement in the project. We heard the announcement today that DGods acquired a NBA team. So it's a OG project on Solana, which we can talk more about. So we're starting to see better projects coming onto that network and more activity from that. So initial signs extremely interesting. I'd like to get to know the people and the team a little bit more before I go all in on that. And it's almost like a battle of, Bored Ape Yacht Club have managed to do this, and this is the kind of blue chip project on Ethereum. There is still space for someone to do that on the Solana network, and could OK be the team that does that? Well, it's still too soon to tell, but an interesting project to look at nonetheless.
Absolutely, but I mean, on the other side of it, are we almost too late for a BAYC type project on Solana? Like, have we almost seen it all on in Ethereum, and now we're gonna look for that BAYC in Solana? That's where I get a look. Like, I like Akutars because it's creative, it's different. It's different than other projects that are out there. And we've seen it with Moonbirds, right? This is something that's a little bit different, nesting. So, I mean, I want the project to be different. I want it to not have the same exact look and feel as that other blue chip on that other platform. That's my take on it.
I would agree with that. So from my side, looks interesting, but not particularly going to spend a lot of time looking at it more. Although when the market pumps something like that, you always got to take note and pay attention to it and see what is actually going on. Because normally, if it's between me and the market's normally right.
Really? You heard it here first. Always trust the market. Hope you guys.
Market never lies.
Market never lies. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, got some value out of it today. As always, our goal is simple. We just want to provide as much value to you guys as possible. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, feel free to hit us up on Insta or Twitter. Say hello, keep commenting, and we'll see you guys next week.